Welcome to Huntingburg Gymnasium, Southridge High School, the host of our regional contest this evening. A little different scenario, Jeff, as our Chargers take on the Linton Miners. Linton comes into tonight's ball game 26-1, coached by Joey Hart. This is his 13th year at Linton High School. They are currently on a 22-game winning streak. Their only loss of the year came to Cooper High School, which is in Kentucky, clear back on December the 10th. So they've kind of been on a roll. The Indiana Basketball Coaches Association puts out a rankings, not by class, but all classes together. And Linton is currently ranked 10th in the state in the IBCA poll.
Wow,
overall.
That's impressive.
They're ranked, according to what kind of polls you look at, they're ranked number 1 in 2A in the AP poll. They're ranked number 2 in the Sagarin rankings behind Brownstown Central, who just won the first game here this evening or this afternoon. And they've got a really nice team. Don't have a lot of stats on them. They're averaging currently 68.9 points a game, giving up 45.7. I know they're really stingy defensively. We'll see. I had an opportunity to go down and watch Linton play the last game of the season. I went down for Coach Metz and scouted them. They're long, they're strong. They'll be a really tough matchup for us. They play a 1-3-1. That's their main defense, and it'll be a challenge for our kids, to say the least.
That's the thing I noticed going through their starting lineups. I mean, 6'3" is the shortest kid they start, and everybody's 6'3" or clear up to 6'6". So they are going to be long, especially that 1-3-1 zone, which we've seen a lot of earlier in the year, not necessarily the 1-3-1, but a zone defense, and we've always struggled against it. So hope Coach Metz and the boys had a good week of practice and are prepared.
Well, hopefully so. I know they left school a little early yesterday, came down and were able to get on the floor here last night for about an hour and 15-minute practice last night to get some shots in. And I think today, since they spent the night, they were able to go over to Southridge High School and get a little shoot-around in this afternoon at least. So the Miners come in tonight led by 6'6" senior, number 33, Joey Hart. That's the coach's son. He is very possibly an Indiana All-Star. He has those kind of credentials and is already committed to play at University of Central Florida. Central Florida is in the American Athletic Conference with Houston and Cincinnati and those schools, and those three schools are all joining the Big 12 Conference next year. So you know he's got to be a really good player if he's going to be committed to that caliber of basketball. And he does it all. He can shoot from the perimeter. He's a big, strong kid. He can go inside. The night I saw him, he shot 8 free throws in the first quarter.
Oh, wow.
So he's really going to be a tough matchup for us tonight. But they're not a one-man show by any means. Hart, I know, is a great player, but he's not a kid that's going to go out there probably and drop 30 on us. They're also led by a second senior, 6'3" senior, number 24, Logan Webb. I saw in the sectional game, I don't know which game it was in the sectional, he had 33.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he's their number 2 go-to. 6'4" senior, number 44, Nathan, I think it's pronounced Frady,
that's how we're going to pronounce it tonight, Gary.
I'm sure he is a double-figure scorer, and he's a big, strong kid. He is going someplace to play baseball in college. I know the night I was down there, it was senior night, and they announced that he would be going. I can't remember where it was at. And then they have 6'5" junior, who is a really great defender for them. Number 2, Braden Walters. He plays the top of that 1-3-1. He's long and athletic and really makes it difficult to move the basketball and reverse the basketball and gets a lot of block shots and deflections.
Well, don't turn it over, rebound it, make your free throws, and let's see what happens.
There you go. Well, that's kind of what Coach Metz said yesterday. I talked to him real quick, and he said we've got to really do a good job of rebounding. They're a really good defensive rebounding or offensive rebounding team, so we've got to do a great job on the boards, limit our turnovers, especially ones that lead to transition baskets, because that's what Linton lives on, those turnovers in the half court where they can get it and go the other way really quick. Okay. And then I think controlling the pace of the game is going to be really important. I personally, this is my own opinion, we've got to have a game that's in the 40s or low 50s in order for us to have a shot at it. We can't let them go out there and score 65 or 70 points because it's going to be difficult for us to score, I think, too. So I think patience, controlling the pace are going to really be important on the offensive end. So.
Well, I was thinking the same thing. I think this ball game needs to be in the 40s for us to have a chance. If it gets up there in the 60-point range, which we've scored some this year, but not against a team of this caliber, I don't think. So we got to keep this slower paced, very deliberate, and we're going to have to do the fundamentals. Essentially, we've got to block out. A shot goes up, locate a man, put him behind you, and keep him behind you. I think it's going to be very important for our Chargers to be successful this evening.
Well, looks like we're ready for our national anthem here, so we'll take commercial break and be back with Charger basketball here on WTRE.
Hello, this is Ty Fleetwood, sales manager at Fleetwood Chevrolet Buick, located at 950 North Michigan, Greensburg, Indiana. I want to invite you to visit us at Fleetwood Chevrolet Buick. We are here to help you with all your new or pre-owned purchases as well as all your service and parts needs. We have Greensburg's only drive-in service lane and home of the free oil changes for life with the purchase of a new vehicle. That's right, it's free with Fleetwood. Stop in, from sales to service to parts, to see what's new and give us an opportunity to earn your business. As always, thank you for shopping at Fleetwood Chevrolet Buick, 950 North Michigan, Greensburg, Indiana.
Sports on WTRE being brought to you in part by Fleetwood Chevrolet and Decatur County REMC.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. At Batesville Chrysler, we've been putting families into reliable cars since 1984. And when it comes to buying a dependable car, who you buy from really does matter. So visit us at Batesville Chrysler. We'll be there for you before and after the sale. We work hard every day to prove that you can buy a car anywhere, but at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is the difference.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable. To record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
Sports on WTRE brought to you in part by Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in downtown Greensburg and Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Well, Gary, we're back here after the national anthem. We got a real treat down here in Memorial Gym today.
Hey, I will tell you, our WTRE fans, I just ran in, the guy tapped me on the shoulder here, one of our old Decatur County guys, Scott Buning, who's the host for this event today, and we appreciate all of his hospitality and that kind of thing, but we'd sure appreciate you helping with us a victory if you could, Scott.
Just don't fall off the seat,
Okay.
We got to hear her back home again in Indiana as well as the national anthem. So I don't know who the fellow was that sang it, but he done a great job on both of them.
Amazing. That's kind of cool.
Yes. All right, we're getting ready to do our starting lineups here. Linton, Stockton, they're going to wear their road blues today. They're going to start number 2, Braden Walters, a 6'5 junior. Number 24, Logan Webb, a 6'3 senior. Number 32, Paul Oliver, a 6'3 freshman. Number 33, Joey Hart, 6'6 senior, the coach's son. And number 44, Nathan Frady, a 6'5 senior.
Jeff, a little quick story here just till we get ready to, I guess they're introducing the Chargers now.
Yeah.
The coach of Linton, Joey Hart, his father coached at Duggar High School, which is just up the road there from Linton, when I coached at Eastern Green before I came to North Decatur. So I've known his dad for a long time, and I'm sure Joey was a great player in high school for his dad and went on and played at the college level, and I'm sure his son's going to be the same thing. One of the things I started to mention, when I went to see him, the kid I was really impressed with was the freshman kid, Paul
Oliver.
He the night I saw him, I was for a freshman kid. He's well put together. He's very mature. He's just a kid that doesn't look like your typical freshman.
Okay. As Gary said, Chargers, they have announced our starting lineup. It's the same starting lineup we've had for a while now. Number 3, Carson Palmer, a 6'3 senior. Number 5, Caden Muckerhide, a 5'10 junior. Number 13, Blake Spears, a 6-foot senior. Number 15, Connor Linkmeyer, a 6'3 senior. And number 23, Lance Nobby, a 6'5 senior. So both schools are starting 4 seniors and a junior.
Yep.
Well, they're starting a freshman.
Yeah.
But all right,
well,
Memorial Gym.
Just like we talk about a lot of times, Jeff, I think it's important for us to kind of establish things early here. If we're going to have a shot at this, we've got to not come out and miss shots and turn the ball over and miss block out assignments, those kinds of things. You got to establish yourself right off the bat.
Well, Gary, have you talked to your grandson today? What's the feeling?
I have not. I sent him a text this morning and just kind of said, just go out, play smart, play hard, and have fun and enjoy it.
Okay.
And live in the moment.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping for a really good basketball game here today. Greensburg got beat by 1 point this afternoon, Gary.
I did hear that from somebody, and I guess Jacksonville won.
I did not hear from Jacksonville,
yes.
so good for them.
Well, they'll be congratulations to the Eagles. They'll be moving on to the Semi-State next week, wherever that is going to be. And I just announced to our people they will draw that up tomorrow. That's how it's set up this year. There will be 4 teams.
Well, the ball goes in the air. Stockton gets the tip. They're in their blue uniforms, working. Their offense end's going to be away from us. We're sitting in the corner of the gym. Number 24, Webb, has the ball.
Looks like they're kind of checking us out, Jeff. Looks like we're playing what Coach Nobby used to call, I can't remember what he called it, but basically 3 guys playing man-to-man and 2 guys playing a zone.
Okay, so a zone. A lot of times they do it. Linton Stockton missed that shot. Palmer gets the rebound, saves it back into Muckerhide. He brings the ball in the front court. First offensive set for our Chargers.
Here's their 1-3-1.
We get Muckerhide to the free throw line, tries to get it to baseline. Pass gets tipped. He was out of bounds. Chargers going to inbound into their basket. I like that first little set. We got it to the wing. Muckerhide cut behind their point.
That's what I like to see that.
We're going to inbound. Palmer gets it to Spears. He's going to bring it up on top. That ball gets kicked. Linton Stockton picks it up off the floor, kicks to their freshman behind their head pass. Big 33 gets it, and he puts it in. That's Hart.
Yeah, turnover there. That doesn't help things when you turn it over. Like I said, that's one of the things that's going to lead to quick baskets for them.
Hart got fouled on that putback, so he's going to the line. Not sure who that foul's on. Palmer picks up foul. Hart hits his free throw.
Yeah, I don't know what happened out there when Spears had the ball. I know you said you thought it looked like it got kicked or whatever.
I don't know if Spears kicked it or Linton Stockton kicked it, but it went to the backcourt and Linton Stockton got it. We're in the front court with it. Muckerhide tries to dribble through the zone. He got fouled. I think it's going to be on number 2.
Yeah, be Charger ball here in front of the Linton bench. Linton remains in that 1-3-1. I guess is their main defense from what I've seen on night I saw them and from what other coaches have told Coach Metz.
Walters picks up that foul for the Miners. Chargers with the ball in the front court. We tried to force a pass underneath the Nobby. It does get to him. He lays it up and in.
Yeah, kind of got it off the deflection there, which is good. So Chargers are on the board.
Linton Stockton, number 2. Walters bringing it across the timeline for them. They get a teammate there on the wing. We got a foul on the play.
Yeah, I think it was a push on, I don't know if it was on Palmer.
I think it's going to be on Spears.
Okay. Yeah, I was on Spears. I think he was trying to fight through a screen there. And
second team foul on the Chargers. Miners inbound in front of North Decatur's bench. It's in the front court now. 32, Oliver has it, gives it up to Walters, apparently their point guard. Palmer's on him, backs way off. 33 puts up a shot, misses. Frady, number 44, gets a rebound.
And again, there's that offensive rebound thing, Jeff. You know, they've gotten a couple of them already on us. And you're not going to beat good teams if you don't block them out. And their size is such an advantage, too. Even when we block them out, you got to block them out away from the basket.
Fouls. Frady's going to the line. Fouls on Muckerhide, so 3 Chargers have a foul on them now, and Frady hits his first one. Goes the line for a second one, takes 2 dribbles, puts it in the air. It's off the side, no good. We missed time to rebound. Linton Stockton gets it back, puts it up and in.
Yeah, that's we just, like you said, just mistimed that thing a little bit. 6-2 here in our Decatur County Memorial Hospital first quarter.
Hart got that basket for them. We got the ball in the front court. Gets that zone defense. Parmer gets the corner to Spears. He's open, tries a 3 from down there. Off the back iron, no good. Linton Stockton with the rebound. They give it up to Walters. He hurries it up the left-hand side, gives to a teammate. He works inside the arc to the elbow, kicks it back out to Walters. He's going to reset their offense. It's like Linkmeyer's drawn Hart. They kick it to the wing for a 3. It's off the iron, no good. Frady with another rebound. And we got a tie-up. Good job by Blake Spears. Should be Charger basketball.
Yeah, they we're fortunate there because they kind of came down with that offensive rebound, and we just happened to tie them up on the thing. 6-2 here, 5:47 to go here in our first quarter. Miners on top.
It'd be nice to see us get a good offensive flow going here in this possession. Move the ball back and forth, get that zone moving.
You know, that's the thing about a 1-3-1 too, Jeff. You don't see it a lot, and it takes you a while to kind of adjust to it.
And we turn it over, and they get it to Hart under the basket.
Nice find there by, couldn't tell who made the pass from the perimeter, but they really do a good job of sharing the basketball, Linton does.
Linkmeyer has it now. Back to Muckerhide. We're working out top. Muckerhide gets to the rim. Left hand puts it up and lays it in. So Muckerhide and Nobby both in the scorebook for our Chargers. 8-4, Chargers down here with 5:03 left in the H&R Block first quarter. Hart puts up a 3, drains it. He's got 8 points.
11-4 all of a sudden. Yeah, they can be a little explosive like that.
Chargers get the ball in the front court. Parmer has it, high right wing. Back to Muckerhide. Muckerhide takes a dribble, finds Linkmeyer. Right corner 3, hits it. Connor Linkmeyer hits a Heritage Automotive 3.
Good to see Connor get on the board here early. 11-7 Miners.
They give it up to Oliver. He's going to run the point for him this time. Working to the left wing. Run a little bit of weave up on top. Now Walters has it, back across the top. 24, I believe that's Webb has it. Up on top. 32, they kick it to the baseline. 3-pointer goes up, hits another one.
You know, one of the things that you'll notice with Hart, he does, and I noticed this the night I scouted him, he does such a great job away from the ball, moving without the basketball.
Pass gets kicked by Linton Stockton, so we're going to inbound on the far sideline.
He really, because I'm sure he's seen all kinds of junk defenses during the year, he really does a great job of moving without the basketball and coming tight off of screens.
Linkmeyer sets the ball screen for Muckerhide, finds Spears in the corner. Now Nobby on the baseline. Gets a lot of traffic around him. He kicks it out, and they call travel on Nobby. Turnover
Yeah,
Chargers.
You can just kind of tell our guys are kind of, I don't know what your word to use, but just kind of uncomfortable right now. And I think that that zone kind of does that to you a little bit.
They're long, Gary. It's probably the longest team we've seen all year.
It is.
Across the board. So after that turnover by the Chargers, Linton Stockton's going to walk the ball up. They're in the front court with him now. They bring Hart all the way up top. He hands it to a teammate, back to Hart, left wing 3. And he got fouled as Messer got in his landing zone, so he's going to go line for 3 as he misses.
Yeah, it was interesting. I was talking to a few fans that were here at the Brownstown game prior to this, and I knew it went very quickly. And they said that's because there weren't any fouls called. And already I look up there, and Chargers have got 4 fouls on them.
If that's the case, we're going to be here all night. Hart misses his first of 3.
Coach Metz having a discussion with the official that called the foul there. We kind of want an explanation.
His second one's up, and it's good.
15-7 Miners here.
So Hart's got 12 of their 15, now 13 of their 16 points here in the first quarter.
Well, just as I said earlier, I should never have said that. He's not a player that's going to go out there and score 30.
He's well on his way. Chargers got the ball in the front court. It gets kicked, so we're going to inbound under our basket.
One of the things that makes them very effective in this 1-3-1 zone, Jeff, is they all, especially their wings and their top guy, they all do a great job of making deflections, either getting their hand or their foot or making you throw it way over the top.
We go over top to Parmer. Parmer takes a dribble. They're not really trapping him, but they got two guys around him. He gets to Muckerhide, throws it behind a Charger over there, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, it's a 4th turnover already for our Chargers, so that's not a good way to start also. It's like number 32, Paul Oliver will be checking back into ball game for the Miners.
Yeah, he checked out for one play and come right back in,
Yeah.
Gary, so I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, who knows.
Miners bring the ball across the timeline. They got it in their front court. They get it to the elbow. Nobody picks him up. He tries to pass to Walters. Walters catches the ball. He got fouled. I think that's going to be on Messer.
Well, that's 2 quick ones on Reed.
So that is 2 on Messer. That's our 5th team foul, and
Yeah,
we're just over
yeah.
halfway through this H&R Block first quarter. So Miners going to inbound underneath their basket. Look like Walter's a trigger man for them. They go clear over top. Number 11, Franklin, who just checked in. Back over to Oliver. He's going to give it to Webb. Muckerhide's on him. Chargers in their man-to-man defense. We leave a man open in the lane. He turns around, puts up an 8-footer. He misses. Loose rebound goes to the Miners. They get it up on top to Hart. In the lane. Now kick to the corner. Wide open 3. That young man doesn't even look to shoot the ball as Lance is daring him to shoot it out there. He puts it on the floor, takes it in the lane, backs Lance in, 6 foot, misses a shot, tips the rebound. 32 Webb gets it, puts it up, misses. Lance is fighting for it. Ball's on the floor, and Parmer comes away with it.
That's 5 offensive rebounds they have already, Jeff, and I may have missed one.
Muckerhide quickly up the court, gets to Spears. He burned up his dribble. Now has to go cross court to Muckerhide. He catches, and boy, I'll tell you, Caden looks really small out there against those guys. Spears is open for a right wing 3. It's in and out, no good. Long rebound goes to the Miners. Webb's going to bring it up the right-hand side of the court, stops, fakes a shot. Now they work it to the left-hand side. That's Hart. He puts up a long 3. It's no good, and they're going to call it out of bounds.
Over the back of the backboard, so that's an out of bounds.
Speaking of that,
Charger
yesterday
ball.
in the Big Ten tournament, a kid shot that shot over the backboard, and it did not count. He didn't touch anything. He was behind it on the baseline, went over the backboard and in. It didn't count because it went over the backboard.
Okay.
I didn't know you couldn't do that.
I think that's something that's changed over time because you used to be able to.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Larry Bird do that.
Yeah, it was a great shot. I think the kid deserved it. Chargers with the ball in the front court. We get to Muckerhide. Now Parmer, he's high on the right wing. Looks at it, has to give it back to Muckerhide. He dribbles into that press, kicks to Linkmeyer. Linkmeyer gets it back to Muckerhide. Now Nobby comes out. He's outside the arc. They got 2 Miners on him. He dribbles through that mess, gets it in the lane, puts up a left-handed 12-footer and knocks it in.
Good little reverse spin there. You know, the other thing, too, that Linton does a great job of, they don't foul you when you're going up to shoot. You know, you can see right there that Lance had position. They're going to make you make it.
Yeah. And when they get us in somewhat of a trap, it's not like they're that hard on us. They're just standing around us, waiting for you to make a mistake. Walters gets it inside. He misses that little 4-footer, tips it out to a teammate.
There's that offensive rebound,
Yep.
second one.
Teammate misses, gets his own rebound, kicks out to a teammate, 24, long 3-pointer goes up. Looks like that ball's going to end up out of bounds, and it does.
Yeah.
The Chargers going to get it.
Well, I have them for 7 offensive rebounds now. You're not going to win basketball games unless you rebound. And again, I know there are a couple factors there. Their physical strength, I think they're kind of pushing us off our spot a little bit.
Chargers with the ball in the front court. Muckerhide has it now. Chargers down 9-16 here in the H&R Block first quarter. We mishandle the pass. Linton Stockton Hart comes away with it. Working on Muckerhide, bullies his way right in there, and they're going to call a blocking foul on the Chargers.
Thought it might have had a travel there, but called a foul on the Chargers.
I believe that's going to be on Muckerhide. If it is, that is his second. That is on Caden. He does have 2, so him and Messer both have 2 fouls. So now what's Coach Metz do? We're still in the first quarter, Gary.
Yeah, at this point, you know, you're not down a huge amount. You just gotta roll with the flow and make sure that you're playing smart.
Linton Stockton with the ball. They have it on the high left wing. 32 has it out there. That's Oliver. He's not looking to shoot it. Muckerhide's daring him. He's just out there holding the ball.
They may just hold it for the last shot here.
Reminds me of the regional game in 2016 when Linton Stockton spread that court early in the game and just waited till the shot they wanted. They are going to hold the ball. We're down to 20 seconds to play here in the H&R Block first quarter.
Try to run some kind of set, I'm sure, here for
Webb comes up on top, takes
Probably
the ball.
for Hart here. So
We're down to 10 seconds. He checks. We're down to 8.
probably going to go to the right side here.
Walters, they do. Hart, right corner 3. It goes up off the baseline. No good. They get the rebound. They miss. And that's your quarter. So at the end of 1, Chargers down 9-16 to Linton Stockton.
We're fortunate there at the end, Jeff. They did get that offensive rebound and toss it back in, but they couldn't get the shot off in time. We'll take a commercial break and be back with Charger basketball here on WTRE.
At Walters Tire, your Goodyear folks in Greensburg, you can get back up to $200 in mail-in rebates on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And Walters Tire is part of the Goodyear Service Network, which means you're covered wherever you travel. And Walters carry a fine lineup of truck and ag tires as well. Walters Tire, 220 West Main in Greensburg, phone 812-663-7551.
Sports on WTRE being brought to you in part by Walters Tire and Morning Breeze Healthcare and Retirement Community.
Welcome back to Huntingburg Gym here in Huntingburg, Indiana. Jeff, we got some new sponsors here. Let me take an opportunity to read some of our new sponsors here for the region. Porter Olliger Pearson Funeral Home, Decatur County REMC, Russ Hubler Ford, Jennings County Bank serving Indiana since 1900 and coming soon to Greensburg. Exodus Realty, Inniking Auto Body and True Blue Auto. Greensburg Mayor Joshua Marsh. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. 112 East Washington Street, north side of a square in Greensburg. Emily Steele with Steele Digital Marketing Solutions and Bailey and Wood Mortgage. Call Courtney Schroeder at 812-593-2043.
Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter starts out with the Miners with the basketball. They put up a corner 3, missed it badly.
Well, that's good to see finally.
We finally get a defensive rebound.
Yeah.
So Chargers with the ball here. Booker Hyde finally crosses the timeline. They step out on him. We find Lance outside the arc. He puts up a 3. It's long, no good. Linton Stockton pulls down the rebound. Here they come again. Webb with the basketball. He brings it straight on. Nobody checks him. He fires a 3. It's no good. Lance with another defensive rebound. Down just 7. Seems like more than that the way that first quarter went to me, Gary.
It's been a real struggle.
We get it to Spears in the corner. He kicks back out to Palmer. Palmer's looking. He throws it to Muckerhide. He mishandles. Turnover Chargers.
Yeah, it's really a tough thing to do. I think Caden could do it. I'm not sure how many of our other kids can do it, but we've got to have some dribble drives into the gaps of that zone out front. The other thing, too, is we're playing around the perimeter, and we really haven't gotten the ball inside at all to Lance. They do a good job of fronting the post, too, so that makes it more of a challenge.
Linton Stockton with the basketball. They run the weave up on top. They get it to Webb into Frady. Frady kicks out to Walters. Their starting point guard. He's up on top. Finds a teammate. Right wing. It's missed bad. Palmer has a chance at it. He knocks it off a Linton Stockton player. Refs are going to talk about it.
Guess they're not going to signal. They're just going to assume everybody knows what direction the ball is going.
Well, they got it right. I thought it was off Linton Stockton. It is. So Chargers going to get the basketball here early in the.
And we need to get a score here, Jeff. We've had 2 or 3 opportunities in a row now, and
we got it to Muckerhide. He gets in the front court. Spears in the corner. Passes up that shot. Back to Muckerhide. He fakes, dribbles into the zone, kicks to Nobby at the elbow. Does a reverse pivot, puts up a 6-footer. It's no good. Linton Stockton pulls down the rebound. Well, we just haven't got an offensive rebound all day.
Yeah.
They get it to Hart. Hart inside the lane. He puts it up, and he finally misses one, and Palmer comes away with the rebound. We got to capitalize, Gary. They haven't scored, neither have we. We played almost 2 minutes here in the second quarter. Muckerhide brings the ball across the timeline, setting the offense. Palmer's trying to help him direct. Sets a ball screen. Muckerhide gets it, weaves through there, finds Linkmeyer, mishandles a little bit so he can get a clean shot up, steps on the sideline.
Yeah, we just we've got to do a better job. That's 7 turnovers already for us, Jeff.
It's going to be hard to win. Hard to win with that many turnovers.
We're just, as I look at us, we're kind of on our heels. And it's kind of a zone when you don't see it all the time, it'll tend to do that to you. And Linton does a great job with it, too. We're not the first team this year that struggled against this defense.
Linton Stockton with the ball. That's Webb down there on the baseline, puts up a 10-footer, no good.
Good defensive job by Carson Palmer there, too, on Webb.
Yep. So nobody scored yet here in the second quarter. Palmer with the ball, high right-hand side. Now Muckerhide finds Linkmeyer. Left corner three goes up. It's way long. Stockton pulls down the rebound. Oh, full court pass up front. That's Hart. Right side of the rim, puts it in.
Yeah, once they get a rebound, they do a great job of running the floor, especially Hart.
Muckerhide gets a ball screen, doesn't use it from Palmer, kicks to Palmer. That pass gets tipped out of bounds, and they are long because I didn't know if anybody would get to that.
Yeah. 18-9 Miners here. 5:06 to go here in our Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter.
Chargers to inbound right in front of the Miners bench. We go in the backcourt to Muckerhide.
Looks like Chase Youngman's checked in for the Chargers.
Youngman over there just gets passed now. First time he's touched the ball in regional action. His pass gets passed over to Muckerhide. Muckerhide's able to scramble and run that down. Hands it to Palmer. Back to Muckerhide. Muckerhide looks over that zone. Gets to Youngman. They tip it away from him from behind. Muckerhide's there to fight with the ball. Linton Stockton then comes away with it. They get it to Webb. He's in the front court. Does a little hesitation dribble. Puts up an 8-footer. It's no good. Frady there misses, and two Chargers are fighting for the ball, and Lance comes away with it.
Again, we did a pretty good job defensively there, even though the Miners came up with another offensive rebound. We just got to convert on this end. It's really a challenge for us right now.
Palmer with the ball on the high right wing. Spears outside the arc, brings it up on top. Muckerhide, Youngman, travel. Muckerhide got called for a travel.
Yeah, that's our 8th turnover. And again, they've got us playing around the zone and not getting into the zone, and that's exactly, we're doing exactly what they want us to do, and it's going to be a challenge for us.
Well, Coach mentioned Chargers need to figure this out. We're over halfway through this second quarter, 18-9. Chargers down 9. Linton Stockton with the basketball. They kick it to a man on the wing. He puts up a three. It's no good. And I just about spoke too soon as it rattled off the rim twice. We get the rebound. Spears in the front court, back to Muckerhide. Muckerhide finds Palmer, right corner. Finds Nobby in the lane. There are 3 Linton Stockton Miners on him. There's going to be a foul called on Linton Stockton.
I tell you what, Jeff, they are pretty much, and I'm not saying this in a negative way for them, with their strength right now, they are manhandling us at every position.
Fouls on Walters of the Miners, his second. The only Miner with a foul here in the first half. Chargers going to inbound under their basket.
They've got 2 on the board, Jeff, so you must have missed one.
Yeah, he's got 2 fouls. Spears hits a Harity Automotive 3.
Well, we finally broke the string there. 18-12 now, Miners. Now we just need to continue to get stops here.
Miners with the ball in the front court. That's 24. Webb has it. Spears out to check him. They get it to, that's Hart. Muckerhide's on him. Now Linkmeyer steps up to take him. Sure, that's the matchup Coach Metz wants.
It's like we're in a little matchup zone here. I don't know what they call that.
32 turns around, hits a 15-footer. Oliver, his 4th point of the night. 20-12, Chargers down 8. Muckerhide with the ball in the front court, gets to Linkmeyer. Linkmeyer back to Muckerhide. Muckerhide has to go cross court to Palmer. Looking. Look over here, Lance, he's wide open. Lance tries to go up. They steal the ball out of his hands at Hart. He works it to the left side. Palmer shuts his drive off, has to kick to a teammate. Brings it to the center of the court. Gives it to Webb. He's wide open for wing 3. It's no good. We tip the ball around. It's on the floor. And that's going to be a tie-up. And Charger ball.
So.
Okay. There again, Gary, if there's a ball on the floor, Linton Stockton's getting it.
Well, and their strength. Every time it goes to the floor, we kind of try to get in there, but they just push us out of the way.
And that's exactly what happened there.
Yeah.
Not a foul. He didn't foul us.
No.
They just pushed us out of the way to get to the basketball. Muckerhide, Palmer in the corner. Up on top of Muckerhide. Finds Linkmeyer over here on the left wing. Back up on top of Muckerhide. He tries dribbling in zone. Kicks to Linkmeyer. Left wing 3. Hits off front iron. No good. Nobby's there for the rebound. He puts it up. Got it blocked. Got it right back and put it in.
2014.
Now we have an official's timeout.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I think they're checking on Carson. I don't know if he hit the floor or what. He's holding his elbow a little bit.
Yeah, he did. He kind of lost his balance. I don't think he got undercut, but there went down pretty hard and kind of hit his elbow.
Okay. So Chargers cut into that lead. 6-point deficit for the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm glad to see us, Jeff, playing with a little toughness now.
Stockton with the basketball. Chargers in their man-to-man. They're running a 1-4 offensive here. They got them all lined up across the foul line. Get it to Webb. Webb brings it to the top of the floor. Booker Hyde takes him up on top. Now it is kind of a matchup zone, as you said, Gary. Now Hart has it. Now they get number 11 out there.
Yeah, Linton being very deliberate here.
Yeah, Franklin dribbling the ball a little bit out there on top. We back off him. They got it to Hart. Hart on the left wing. Booker Hyde's on him pretty tight. Now he dribbles up on top, gives to a teammate. That's 32, Oliver. We're going to let him go. Minute 32. They might be content to play for one. They go right wing three. Kid catches, shoots, misses.
Boy, that
Frady gets the rebound.
Frady gets a bunch of those weak side rebounds.
And there they get it baseline, 6-footer.
Again, another second chance point there.
That's Hart, his 6th point of the night. 22-14, down 8 again. Booker Hyde being very patient. Now moves it in the front court. Now Palmer up on top. Step in there, Linkmeyer. You'll be wide open. Booker Hyde dribbles in the zone, puts up a 14-footer off back iron. Lance tips it up, gets his own rebound. He got fouled going back.
Good job of Lance there, getting back after that offensive rebound.
See who that foul is going to be on.
Lance Nobby go to the free throw line, shoot a couple of Ameriprise Financial free throws here. Foul was on number 11, Jeff.
Okay. So Nobby, the first Charger to go to the line tonight, hits it.
58.5 seconds to go here in our Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter.
Fouls on Franklin, his first, team's third. Lance's second opportunity at the line, gets the ball from the referee. Takes a few dribbles, eyes it, puts the ball in the air, and hits it.
22-16, Miners. Little three-quarter court pressure here to maybe slow the Miners down. I'm sure they'll probably just hold for one here would be my guess.
Under a minute to play here in the second quarter.
The key here, Jeff, is if they do hold it for one, we've got to block them out and not let them get a putback at the end of the half here.
Yep, 6-point deficit for the Chargers. I'm sure Coach Metz, if you told him he'd go in at halftime down 6, he'd probably be happy with that, don't
exactly,
you think?
especially after the way things started for us.
It's like they're going to play for one. We're down to 30 seconds to play.
They're probably going to be looking at hard here. They run a little set where they run him down in a corner here, try to isolate him down on the block sometimes too. So,
yeah. Looking at the coach, we're at 18 seconds to play. This kid's holding it like he's a fullback out there. There's no Charger close to him. Now we're down to 10.
Yeah, we need to back off of number 3 here. Give him some room.
Move Hart down to the corner. They get it outside. That's Webb. He fires a 3, misses everything, and that's going to be your half. Chargers 16.
Well, you know, Jeff, we didn't play great, and we're only down 6. So pretty good job defensively in that second quarter, and finally got a few buckets on the other end to kind of maintain things a little bit. So we'll take that going into the locker room here. So we'll be back with our Stones Farm Service halftime show here after some commercial breaks. This is Charger basketball on WTRE.
Great news! Open Box Outlet is open at the Greensburg Commons Shopping Center. Not only do they make comfortable living affordable, they have constantly changing inventory with constantly changing specials. You'll want to go back often. Open Box Outlet features furniture for inside and outside. Open Box Outlet is family and veteran owned and operated. Find them in the Greensburg Commons Shopping Center or online at shopopenboxoutlet.com.
Flooring so beautiful, so exciting, it looks as though it were designed for your home alone. That's your dream of what your home should be. And when you visit Levenstein's Abbey Carpet, you'll know it's a dream come true. Discover the latest in flooring and carpeting expressions, made affordable. When it comes to selection, Levenstein's offers all types of flooring designed to blend with your living. You can depend on a professional, experienced sales staff, free estimates, and expert installation. Special financing is available. Levenstein's Abbey Carpet on East State Road 46, Greensburg.
Got the new car itch? Well, be sure and check out the folks at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. There you'll find in stock new 2023 models. And if you don't see exactly what you want, order it. Select the exact color, accessory package, engine, tires, and wheels. And when it gets here, you've got exactly what you want. See Tony DiLoretto, Dan Rubel, Kevin Milburn, or Josh Camplain for your new 2023 Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram today. Acre Automotive, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, Buy Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore.
Hello, this is Ty Fleetwood, Sales Manager at Fleetwood Chevrolet Buick, located at 950 North Michigan, Greensburg, Indiana. I want to invite you to visit us at Fleetwood Chevrolet Buick. We are here to help you with all your new or pre-owned purchases, as well as all your service and parts needs. We have Greensburg's only drive-in service lane and home of the free oil changes for life with the purchase of a new vehicle. That's right, it's free with Fleetwood. Stop in, from sales to service to parts, to see what's new and give us an opportunity to earn your business. As always, thank you for shopping at Fleetwood Chevrolet Buick, 950 North Michigan, Greensburg, Indiana.
Sports on WTRE being brought to you in part by Fleetwood Chevrolet and Decatur County REMC.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. At Batesville Chrysler, we've been putting families into reliable cars since 1984. And when it comes to buying a dependable car, who you buy from really does matter. So visit us at Batesville Chrysler. We'll be there for you before and after the sale. We work hard every day to prove that you can buy a car anywhere, but at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is the difference.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
Sports on WTRE, brought to you in part by Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in downtown Greensburg and Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Welcome back to Huntingburg, Indiana. Here we are at Huntingburg Gym. Really historical gym, Jeff. I think it may not be the first, but I know it was built in 1951, which was prior to a lot of these, what I call bowl gyms below ground level being built. And just really a neat old gym that I know they've hosted a lot of great season games and tournament games in this gym.
Gary, this probably brings you back in your heyday, doesn't it?
It
we
does.
were in the Hoosier gym. That was probably before your time, but this one's right in your era.
I do. I love old. I have kind of this thing for old gyms, and I love going in these old gyms and kind of thinking about, okay, this is what it was like in the height of Indiana high school basketball, which would have been probably in the late 50s through the early 70s, and that's when basketball, there were probably, I may be wrong on this number, 650, 700 high schools in Indiana before the consolidation period anyway, and everybody loved basketball.
I was talking to the radio next to us. He's from Sullivan near Linton, Stockton High School, and he said this place used to rock one-class basketball sectional. He said this place was packed every night for those sectionals, so that would have been fun to come and see.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, Chargers trail the Miners 22-16 here at halftime. This is our Stones Farm Service halftime show. So, Jeff, I'll let you go through our scoring real quick, and then we'll chat a little bit about the game.
Well, 4 Chargers in the scorebook are in the first half. Caden Muckerhide has 2 points for us. Blake Spears hits Heritage Automotive 3 for 3 points. Connor Linkmeyer hits a Heritage Automotive 3 in the first quarter for 3 points. And Lance Nobby has 8 points. 2 of 2 from the free throw line for Lance, the only Charger to get there, are 16 points. So just 4 kids score the ball. Just need more points.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, I had us unofficially for 9 turnovers. So
That hurt.
Yeah,
But we're still in the ball game.
Exactly. When you don't get shots, that really, and it leads to easy transition baskets for them sometimes too.
Yeah. Linton Stockton, they only had 3 kids score the ball in the first half. Hart had a massive first quarter. 13 of their 16 points in the first quarter came from him. He's got 15 in the first half. Oliver has 6, and Frady has 1 free throw for them for their 22 points. They are 4 of 6 from the foul line, shot all 6 of them in the first quarter.
Well, like we talked about, and we knew this kind of coming in, Coach Metz even alluded to it in my conversation with him yesterday, is offensive rebound. Unofficially, I had them for 10 offensive rebounds in that first half, and, I don't know how many second chance points they got out of that. I know they only have 22 points, but I wouldn't be afraid to say that they have a half dozen second chance points, probably at the minimum or whatever. But, we're hanging right there. We've got to come out, and hopefully we maybe make some adjustments, and we've kind of seen a half of this 1-3-1 now. Maybe we've got a little confidence. Maybe we can start being a little more aggressive in attacking it and so forth. But at the same time, we got to continue, I think. Did a much better job defensively, and I think when Coach went to the little matchup zone, I think that helped us a little bit too.
Yeah, I think you're right, Gary. I think we need to play this second half like we played the second quarter, okay?
Yep.
A little more aggressive, kind of got a feel for it, as you say. I think many times there in the first half, of course, North Decatur was shooting right below us. When that ball's on the far wing away from us, if this kid over here on this wing would step inside the arc, maybe get 12 feet from the basket, if we can get the ball over their defense, he's going to be wide open for a 12-footer or maybe catch it clean, take it in for a layup. Maybe that's adjustment. Hopefully the coaches make it. Hopefully they don't listen to me. They're in that position for a reason. I'm sitting up here. But just little things like that, hopefully we can make those adjustments. And I think we got to come out and just play with a little bit of an attitude here and let them know we're not scared of them.
Well, one of the things I noticed, we were trying in that second quarter there, and we were successful a couple times, where we would take the ball down to Carson in the corner, and then Blake would slide in and set a ball screen or set a screen on their middle man of the zone, and Lance kind of comes right across. And we got the ball to Lance down there in a good scoring area a couple times. The problem was number 44 plays that middle spot for Linton. Blake just couldn't hold his ground, and he was just having his way and sliding through that screen or whatever. So I think we need to continue to attack that aspect of it, but it's going to be a challenge, I'm sure.
44, they got him listed at 6'4", and I'm guessing he's probably 260 to 280. He's a big kid.
Yes, he is.
Well-built athlete, probably plays really well on our football team. But I mean, the opportunity's there for us now. We got to take advantage of it here in the second half.
Well, Jeff, let me read another one of our sponsors here. Larry Colson would like to wish the Chargers good luck. He hopes they play their best. He would also like to announce the addition of his daughter, Jody Westerfeld, to Colson Appraisal Service. Colson Appraisal Service is celebrating 40 years in the real estate appraisal business while serving clients all over southeastern Indiana. Colson Appraisal Service can be reached by phone or text 812-614-1779. Again, thanks to Stone's Farm Service for sponsoring our halftime show there. Looks like we're ready to begin our Fry's A&W third quarter. Looks like it'll be minor ball right out of the gate here.
One quick question for you, Gary. They redraw for semi-state. Could they redraw it so, say, Linton Stockton and Brownstown Central won't meet until the state finals?
No. They will meet in the semi-state someplace. Okay. I don't know whether that'll be right off the bat or if they both win in a championship or whatever, but yeah.
Okay, so Linton Stockton gets the ball to start this Fry's A&W third quarter.
Looks like we're staying in our little matchup zone here.
Very patient they are. They get it to free throw line, and the young man traveled with the basketball. So
yeah, boy, I think that's only the second turnover I have for Linton. So I noticed that, and I put that on the scouting report for Coach Metz too, that they are not going to beat themselves. They just do not turn the ball over.
Chargers with the ball in the front court here to start this second quarter, and we're going to turn it over right away.
It's just not a good pass by Carson there. He got in a little bit of hurry, tried to make a fake, and just threw it right at Connor Linkmeyer's feet there. So that's 10th turnover for the Chargers. So both teams with a turnover to start the half here.
Well, that took a half a minute off the clock, and we're right where we started out. Linton Stockton with the ball in front of their bench now, being very, very patient. They find Hart. That pass gets tipped away by Linkmeyer. He kicks it up ahead to Muckerhide. Muckerhide's on the run. He gets it tipped away from behind. He puts it up left side of the rim, misses. Nobby's there to try to fight the rebound back in. He couldn't quite. And Linton Stockton comes away with it.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get one there.
So did I. They get it to the left side of the rim. He doesn't take the shot. They gives it to
Good
Frady.
Good
He
block
misses.
there.
We get the ball. Farmer saves the Linkmeyer. Linkmeyer gives it to Mucker Hyde. He's going to walk it across. No damage has been done here in the third quarter by either team. Still a 6-point deficit for our Chargers, but we do have the basketball.
Well, I wish
we go over top to Nobby, right side of the rim. He struggles with it, loses it out of bounds. Turnover.
Yeah, probably a good no call there. It was tough for Lance to come down with his balance and get his feet under him on that little lob pass back there. But well, I wish we would still try to cut somebody into that high post area. They do a good job of fronting people there, but we're just not cutting anybody in there right now to make them guard us.
Linton Stockton, they get a screen for that shooter. He wasn't able to take it as we had a Charger really close to him. They work the ball to the right wing. We leave him wide open to shoot it. He does finally, and he hits it.
Hart buries a three there.
That was Hart?
No, excuse me, no.
Oliver, wasn't it? 32?
Yes, it was Oliver.
So a three-pointer for Linton Stockton. 2 minutes into this Fry's A&W third quarter. Ball gets kicked, and so Chargers going to have to inbound.
Again, I'm sure that's something that they work on in practice a lot. The little, not really a trap, but getting guys in a corner like that and trying to see if they can get a deflection. See, there's another one.
Yep.
He's really Walters is really making it tough and really making it a challenge for us to move the ball out there.
Hookerhide has the ball in the center of the court. He's trying to go to one of the wings, and that Walters just kicks it twice in a row. This time we get it past him, get it to Lance, right side of the rim. He'd reverse pivot up and in. So 10th point tonight for Lance Nobby, gets Chargers on the scoreboard here. 18-25, Chargers down. Linton Stockton with the basketball. Walters walks it across. We are in that matchup zone.
Walters the other thing, too, that this little zone has done to us, too.
We lose the man under the basket. He gets a shot up, misses.
I think that might have been on Caden Muckerhide, which it is. It's his third. Yeah, they just ran a little screen along the baseline there, Jeff, and we kind of slid out and didn't get across to cover the guy that set the screen. So nice pass inside there by, I don't know if that was by Walters or who it was, but.
That foul was on Carson Farmer, his second.
Okay.
Sends Webb to the line, hits his first one.
Well, what I'm getting ready to say there is the pace is more what we need right now, too.
Webb puts his second free throw up, rolls it in finally. 2 points for that young man on the night. Both of them just come from the free throw line. Chargers with the basketball. Down 9. Get it to Muckerhide. Muckerhide still up on top. Linkmeyer high left wing. They send two Miners out on him. He throws it to Muckerhide. Muckerhide gets it to the high post, gives Lance left side of the rim, got fouled going up.
Nice penetration by Caden Muckerhide there, and dumped it down to Lance for opportunity to get to the basket. So he'll go to the line to shoot a couple of Ameriprise Financial free throws for the Chargers. 27-18 Miners. On a 5-2 run here to start the half.
Lance misses.
Just rolls it in and out.
Fouls on Hart, his first. First team foul this half for the Linton Stockton Miners. Lance gets his second attempt here. He hits that one.
27-19 here in our Fry's A&W third quarter. Miners on top. Chargers remain in their little matchup defense here.
Walters walks the ball across. We don't challenge him. Our closest defender is probably 12 feet away from him. Moves the ball here to the left-hand side, puts up a three-pointer. He misses everything, and that's out of bounds off Linton Stockton. That's kind of one of them old-time shots where he kind of jumped or ran.
I'm not sure what was going on there. I don't know if it was supposed to be a lob pass or but it was the old little one-hand push shot.
Yeah, that's one leg in the air and kind of push it up there. It's pretty bad when both of us know what that shot is. Chargers got the ball in the right corner. Palmer gets it knocked out of his hands. Actually, they're going to call a foul.
A foul there on.
Call foul on Webb, his first. So Chargers going to inbound in front of their bench. Palmer triggered in. Gets the ball, goes backcourt to Muckerhide. Muckerhide gets it in the front court, picks up his dribbles. Nobby at the high post. Kicks out to Spears. Spears on the wing. Takes it to the baseline. Now back to Lance. Lance dribbles in, tries to kick it back to Spears, and Spears moved off this spot, and Lance threw it to the bench.
It's turnover number 11.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I think you just got to keep it simple. Just don't try to complicate things. You got a shot, take it, and if you don't, Move the ball as best you can.
Don't beat yourself. They get it in the high post, kicked a teammate on the baseline. He puts it up and in and got fouled. That was Oliver.
Yeah, that was on Parmer. That's probably his third, isn't it?
If that foul is on Carson, it is his third.
Yeah, they did a nice job, Linton did, of kicking the ball inside to Walters there, and Walters went to the basket. We stepped up on him, and he was able to dump it down to the baseline for easy bucket, not an easy bucket, but bucket there.
So Oliver's going to line, hadn't been there yet tonight. Give him 6 points in the quarter, 12 for the game. Foul was on Carson, his third. Now 11-point deficit for the Chargers. Booker-Hyde's got the ball. Finally breaks the timeline. He's in the front court with it.
Chargers going to run a little 1-4 set here against it.
Lance has the ball, has to step outside the arc, gives it to Blake. He's going to line up for a three.
It's
off
way
right.
off.
Linton Stockton with the rebound. They go up ahead. Teammate, we're trailing him. He kicks to a teammate. Right side, takes it in the lane. 8-footer comes up short. Party misses with a help from Messer. Little push in the back by Messer, no call.
Again, another.
Linkmeyer in the corner, gives it to Nobby, high post, dribbles down the left block, kicks to Spears. Spears to Booker-Hyde. He's going to try a right wing three. It's rims out, no good. Party with the ball.
Yeah, it's going to be a foul on Messer there.
I'm sorry, Frady with the ball. Say Messer picked that foul up, his third.
(30-19) Miners here. 3:36 to go here in our Fry's A&W third quarter.
The game's moving along at a fast pace, Gary.
Yeah.
I think we played that first half. I don't know what time we got started. We start early. Linton Stockton, get the ball, work it around, get Hart, three-pointer.
Yeah, Hart very smooth. Just caught that, elevated with it. 33-19.
Well, we're starting
Miners.
this second half
starting to get away from us here a little bit.
Yeah. And that pass gets picked off by a Miner. That's Hart. And Messer fouls him. Fouled him hard. That's going to be Reed's fourth. Linton Stockton wants an intentional, but Reed went for the basketball.
Yeah, you could see that Hart was probably going to dunk that one, and Reed just tried to catch him. And so Hart to go to the line to shoot a couple free throws. Looks like Carson Parmer's going to check back in.
Hart's first one's up. It's good. We've only scored 3 points this quarter, Gary.
Yeah, and we've been outscored 12-3 here, and it's they're gradually getting to a point where we're going to have a hard time. We're not explosive enough to score points in bunches.
Hart hits both of them. We're going to have to pick up the pace of the game. Because Linton Stockton, they'll stand out there and hold it. We get it Spears, right corner. He drives baseline. Kicks to Linkmeyer, left corner, just inside the arc. It's no good. Parmer's there to pull down the rebound. He gets it up and got fouled.
Good job by Carson Parmer there going to the boards and getting that offensive rebound. And we haven't had many of those offensive rebound opportunities.
Fouls on Franklin, his second. Parmer at the line, shoot two. First time Carson's been at the line tonight. Maybe the first time he shot the basketball and he hits it.
First Ameriprise Financial free throw goes in, so line up for the second. (35-20) Miners. 2:48 to go here in our Fry's A&W third quarter.
Carson gets the ball from the referee. He eyes it. He flies it. He rolls it off the front of the rim. No good. Lance is there for the rebound. One dribble, puts it back up. He misses, tips it up and in.
Yeah. Like Coach Metz going to call a quick timeout here. So we'll take a commercial break and be right back with Charger basketball here on WTRE.
At Walters Tire, your Goodyear folks in Greensburg, you can get back up to $200 in mail-in rebates on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And Walters Tire is part of the Goodyear Service Network, which means you're covered wherever you travel. And Walters carry a fine lineup of truck and ag tires as well. Walters Tire, 220 West Main in Greensburg. Phone 812-663-7551.
Sports on WTRE being brought to you in part by Walters Tire and Morning Breeze Healthcare and Retirement Community.
Welcome back to Huntingburg Gym. Chargers trailing 35-22 with 2:43 to go here in our Fry's A&W third quarter.
Well, nice play there by Lance Nobby to get
Yes.
that put back basket. Makes us feel a lot better. We still got a big hole to overcome, Gary. We just
Yes.
need to find some intensity.
Right.
We got Carson Parmer with 3 fouls, Reed Messer with 3 fouls. Other than that, we don't have any foul trouble. Caden's got 2. Oh, yeah, Reed's got 4. You're right, Michelle. All right, Linton Stockton with the ball in the front court. They get it inside, kick out. They're Hart with a 3 attempt, drains it.
Yeah, they're going to continue to throw the ball inside to Walters. What we need to do there, when he catches it, just spread out and make him score, because he is not a scorer for them.
They collapse that zone. We give it right to him. Pass gets tipped away up front. Hart dunked it.
Yeah. Again, turnover leads directly to transition baskets, and it looks like Coach Metz is going to call a 30-second timeout here. They've all of a sudden bumped that 6-point halftime lead up to 18. So just got a big task in front of us, Jeff. We need to keep our composure here. And Linton does a great job in that 1-3-1, and like right there, they had a guy come from the backside of Lance. He didn't see him coming and knocked it out of his hands, and off the races they go, and Hart fills the lane, and they score an easy one.
Yeah, I mean, they play really well. They're a long team. I just like the way they play that 1-3-1. They really don't trap, but they get 2 guys around you.
Yep.
They give you plenty of room to work, so they're not going to pick up fouls.
Unless you just loop it over the top of them, and when you do that, that makes them, they can recover quickly to the next spot. It's really a challenging defense to play against the way they play it.
Yeah, they're also tall, 6'2", 6'3", or bigger. If you loop it, they're probably going to come in and steal it.
Yep.
So after the dunk, Chargers get the basketball. 2 minutes to play here in Fry's A&W third quarter. They kick that pass from Muckerhide.
And again, that's probably about at least 3 or 4 times that Walters has got deflections on kick passes there.
And Walters, they got him listed. He's 6'5", playing the point on that.
Yeah.
On that zone defense. So now we back court to Muckerhide. He brings it across the timeline, gets it to Blake. Blake's not even close to a shooting spot. He tries to go over top to Lance. He does get it inside, left side of the rim. Lance gets it blocked out of his hands. We're going to have to inbound under our basket.
Yeah, thought we might have got a foul out of that, but obviously officials didn't call anything there.
Nope. Linton Stockton substitutes a lot. Just
they do, but you know
ball.
what? It's only about 6 kids is all they play.
Yep. Go over top, try to go over top to Lance. That pass gets tipped away, gets into Muckerhide's hand. Muckerhide has it, kicks out to Spears. He's going to try a 3. It looks good. Oh, he come up short. Gets his own rebound. He got fouled on the rebound. Foul looks like. Go ahead.
Good job of Spears fouling his shot there. I like to see that from kids.
Fouls on number 11, Franklin, his 3rd foul. And we try to throw it into Parmer in the corner, gets tipped away.
And again, deflection after deflection after deflection. They're really good at getting their hands in the passing lanes. And to counter that, you've got to get into gaps.
Carson down in the corner, going to try to inbound. He throws it clear in the backcourt. High looping pass to Muckerhide. He goes back there and catches it and brings it across the timeline. Gets a ball screen from Parmer, moves to the left side. That pass gets kicked out of bounds.
Again, there's another deflection.
This ball's, we're going to have to get a different ball before this game's over with, Gary. This thing's going to be out of balance. We triggered in, get it inbounds, no problem. Get in the front court. Spears fakes a shot, left baseline, tries to go over top to Nobby, gets tipped out of his hands. Carson Parmer tries a straight on 3. It's in and out, no good.
I thought that one looked good.
Yep, Miners pull down the rebound. That's Webb has it. He's going to bring it across the timeline. Give it to Walters. They go right corner. Franklin's going to try a 3. It's off the side, no good. And we got a foul on the block out. Who are they going to call it on?
They're going to call that on Caden Muckerhide. Now, Caden's not a very big guy, and sometimes as a little guy you have to continue to block a guy out or he'll just go over the top of you, and that's kind of what Caden did there, unfortunately.
Well, and Caden Dunn probably exactly his way he was taught to block out. Got his man and stayed on him.
Yep.
And those two traveled a long way with one on Caden's hip.
Yep.
Ref said it was a foul. It's a foul.
Yep.
So Linton Stockton has to rebound again out of bounds as the ball gets tipped out by our Chargers. They're under their basket. Get it into Hart. Hart takes a dribble, kicks out to a teammate. He puts it on the floor. Webb right to the rim, up and in.
Yeah, he's been kind of quiet today, Jeff, and he's a 1,000-point scorer for them in his career. So
wow, he's only got 4 on us.
Yeah.
He gets the ball in the front court. Linkmeyer, he's in the corner. Back up to Muckerhide. Muckerhide works to the right-hand side, finds Palmer. He's going to try a 3 from out there. It's long, no good.
Rattles in and out.
Yep. Oh, they got Webb on a breakaway. He slows it down, waits for the traffic to catch up. Now pulls it out to a teammate. 32 is going to try a 3 for them, and he hits it. That's Oliver.
Yeah, it's
Bulgaria's gotten away from us here.
It has. They're on a 23-6 run this quarter.
Get the ball in the front court. Muckerhide's able to get the pass. We've tried to get with Nobby down low, and we airmail it into the stands.
Yeah, we just we've lost our composure a little bit. I think that's a 12th turnover for the Chargers.
Well, we're down to 9 seconds to play here in the Fry's A&W third quarter. And Linton Stockton's really spread that 6-point lead out. Got us down 23, and their three-pointer goes up. No good. That's going to be your quarter. Decatur 22, Linton Stockton 45.
Yeah, big offensive quarter for the Miners, and just kind of got away from us there. We'll take a commercial break and be back with Charger basketball here on WTRE.
Great news! Open Box Outlet is open at the Greensburg Commons Shopping Center. Not only do they make comfortable living affordable, they have constantly changing inventory with constantly changing specials. You'll want to go back often. Open Box Outlet features furniture for inside and outside. Open Box Outlet is family and veteran owned and operated. Find them in the Greensburg Commons Shopping Center or online at shopopenboxoutlet.com.
Flooring so beautiful, so exciting, it looks as though it were designed for your home alone. That's your dream of what your home should be. And when you visit Levenstein's Abbey Carpet, you'll know it's a dream come true. Discover the latest in flooring and carpeting expressions, made affordable. When it comes to selection, Levenstein's offers all types of flooring designed to blend with your living. You can depend on a professional, experienced sales staff, free estimates, and expert installation. Special financing is available. Levenstein's Abbey Carpet on East State Road 46. Greensburg.
Welcome back to Huntingburg Gym. Start of our Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. Big hole for our Chargers, 45-22 Linton.
Yep. Regional action here. Chargers got their hands full here. That pass gets tipped out of bounds by the Miners. So
and the other piece of the puzzle here that makes this a really challenge, Caden Muckerhide is a great athlete, but with his lack of size, it makes it even more of a challenge for him out front to distribute the ball and get us into some kind of an offense here against this 1-3-1.
Muckerhide splits his zone, struggles handling the ball a little bit, but he hangs on to it, finds Linkmeyer in the corner, gives it back to Muckerhide. Muckerhide finds Messer. That pass gets tipped. It's on the floor, and they say it's Miners' ball.
Yep, got deflected there and goes out of bounds. So that's the 13th turnover for our Chargers.
So Miners going to inbound right in front of Coach Metz and the Chargers bench.
You know, one of the things that sometimes on reversal passes, Jeff, that I haven't seen us do a very good job of today, we're not faking with a pass. Sometimes if you just make a fake, it'll get that defender to really lean.
Linton Stockton with the ball. They're running the weave up on top, trying to run a set for Hart the way it looks.
Like Chargers are back to straight man-to-man at this point.
Linkmeyer's done a good job of chasing him. They put their big guy Frady just knocks down
and
the three.
He can do that.
That's a fifth three-pointer for them this half. We got the ball, Linkmeyer. He's high on the left wing. Still against that 1-3-1. Muckerhide gets it to Spears. Spears on the right-hand side. Gets to the rim, puts it up. He comes up short. Ball's out of bounds. Linton Stockton gets that one.
Boy, I didn't see that.
Can't get the basketball.
Nope. Just like I said, it's just this defense has just got us completely out of rhythm. I think every player out there is just kind of looking over their shoulder and hesitating. And
Hart with the basketball. Linkmeyer's got him checked. Muckerhide's able to knock that tip away, but of course Linton Stockton's able to track it down and Then Stockton calls a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, we'll keep it right here. Let me read through our sponsors again, our additional sponsors for the regional here. Porter Oliger Pearson Funeral Home, Decatur County REMC, Russ Hubler Ford, Jennings County Bank, serving Indiana since 1900 and coming soon to Greensburg. Exodus Realty, King Auto Body, and True Blue Auto. Greensburg Mayor Joshua March. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. 112 East Washington Street, north side of the square in Greensburg. Emily Steele with Steele Digital Marketing Solutions. And Bailey and Wood Mortgage. Call Courtney Schroeder at 812-593-2043. They do mortgages in a snap.
Well, we got 6:35 here to pull out a miracle, Gary, or we're done for the year.
Yeah, it doesn't look very promising at this point. Now that they've got us in that man-to-man, that
Linkmeyer just about gets his hands on that pass. He can't quite get it. They get it inside. Messer's on that kid pretty hard, and he's able to get it up and in. That's Webb.
And again, the thing that stands out to me so much is their strength. Mm-hmm. Every player out there for them, maybe with the exception of Walters, for a 6'5" kid, he's not real strong.
We get to Spears. He gets the elbow, finds Nobby inside the arc. He puts up a 12-footer and hits it. Lance is the only kid that scored a field goal for us in the second half.
Yep.
He's only got 3. Webb gets it, steps back for a 3, fakes it, gives it up to a teammate. They're working on the left-hand side of the court. Now 32 Oliver has it. He's working against Spears. Takes it to the right side, now dribbles back up on top. Gives it to Walters. Mooker hides on him.
Sure, they're going to be pretty deliberate here.
Yeah. They've already ran a minute off the clock here since the timeout.
Notice that Chase Youngman had checked in the ball game for the Chargers here at the quarter, too.
Okay. Then Stockton still with the ball. They go over the top. Mishandles a little bit, but now he gets it. Mooker hides on him. They skip a pass out here. Oliver has it. Puts it on the floor against Spears. Puts it up. Nobby fouled him.
Yep, got a foul going to the bucket there. So Oliver will go to the free throw line, shoot a couple free throws. 50-24 Miners.
So Oliver, second time he's been in line tonight. He hits that one as well.
Rattles the first one in.
That's his 16th point of the night.
You know, one of the things that we've done a much better job at, and I guess there's a reason for that, Jeff, is we haven't given up quite the number of defensive or offensive boards.
Messer gets his shot blocked. He's able to get it back. Chargers working around, get to Muckerhide. He gets inside the lane, kicks to Lance. He's at the elbow, puts that up. He misses. Linkmeyer with the tip, up and in.
Nice tip in there by Connor Linkmeyer.
26-51. Chargers in a big hole. 4:50 to play here in the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. Miners walk the ball up. Chargers in their man-to-man defense. This is Webb, and Messer's on him. Now he backs it back out to the timeline. Ref says we're not close enough to start the count. Now he tries to go in and Linkmeyer. Linkmeyer tips it away. Spear gets his hands on it and steals it away. Gives it up to Muckerhide. He's racing it up the floor. Gets inside the lane. Has to kick out to Nobby. Nobby just outside the arc. Puts up a 3. It's short.
Offensive rebound by Muckerhide.
He tries to kick it out. He does. Gets it to Spears. Spears outside the arc. Now to Nobby at the free throw line. Puts it on the floor. Put his shoulder down. No foul was called. He got it in. Good for us.
Yeah, looks like Coach Hart's going to call a timeout here. Looks like a full timeout.
Yep. Now he had to call that timeout because he was upset with something their players did.
Yeah, I don't know whether, I'm not sure exactly what he's upset there about, but.
I know.
We scored.
Lance fouled, and they didn't call it, so we needed to break. 28-51.
Yeah, exactly. 4:09 here to go in the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter.
So, Gary, you never want to give up on it, but at what time does Coach Metz empty his
Well,
bench?
I would think, probably a couple more minutes he would give these other kids an opportunity maybe to get in the ball game and play in a regional setting. Chargers have Linkmeyer, Nobby, Spears, Muckerhide, and Youngman on the floor. Be minor ball.
Yep, they're going to have to come the length of the floor. Looks like Chargers going to set up for a full court press here. Hart to trigger it in down there. Linkmeyer's going to be on him. They get it into Walters. We back out, just a man-to-man press. Muckerhide's on him. He races it down the floor, gets it in the front court. Now Hart has it. Linkmeyer goes all the way out there to challenge him. They're working in front of their bench. Now back to Hart. Linkmeyer's on him tight. We're under 4 minutes to play here. Muckerhide gets it tipped away. He's on the floor, steals the ball, gives it to Messer. Messer, left side, lays it up, comes up short. We got a blocking foul. Reach to go to the line for 2.
Good job of Cade Muckerhide getting on the floor there, and nice job of Rita going to the hoop, giving Chargers an opportunity to score a couple free throws here. Ameriprise Financial free throws, I might mention.
Number 2, Walters picks up that foul, his third. Reed Messer, first time to line for him. See if he can get in the scoring column, and he hits it. Ameriprise Financial free throws.
Brady checks back in the ball game for the Miners.
Reed gets the ball from the referee. He puts his shot up, and it's good.
51-30, Miners. A little full court pressure again by the Chargers.
Walters with the ball in the backcourt. Muckerhide's on him. He does a reverse pivot. Now he's got the ball in the front court. Muckerhide stays on him. The count's on. Picked up his dribble. I get it to Hart. Linkmeyer's on him tight. Clear out by the timeline. He goes around Linkmeyer, splits 2 defenders, lays it up and in.
Hart's just he's a man amongst boys out there, Jeff. He's a load to try to guard.
He is a D1, going to go play D1 college basketball next year. Muckerhide gets the right side of the rim, gets it blocked out of bounds.
Yep. Yeah, he's got the full package. He can hit the perimeter shot. He can take it to the basket. He's got some strength. He's a good passer, good rebounder. He'll have his share of success at Central Florida next year, and Central Florida is joining the Big 12 Conference next year. So that's big boy basketball there.
That's Kansas, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Spears puts up a long three.
That was a long one. I don't know why he didn't at least take it a couple of dribbles. We don't get more points, Jeff. I don't know how many times I've said this. Just because you're 27 feet out instead of 19.9.
Well, that's age and experience, Gary. These kids, they're still young and wild down there on the floor.
I guess.
They still think there's a 12-point shot out there. Linton Stockton puts up a 3 in front of their bench. They hit another one. That's Webb. Well, they've had enough threes this half for both teams in the game. We haven't come up with one this half. Spears with the ball up on top, works it inside the arc.
Well, it looked like Walters kind of turned his ankle or something there. I don't know what he did.
We got that left side of the floor flooded. We get it up on top of Linkmeyer. Now Nobby at the elbow, loses a little bit, gets it back, puts up a tough 13-footer, misses, and Messer steals the ball.
Messer, yep.
We get to Linkmeyer. Linkmeyer hands to Muckerhide. He's going to try that 30-foot three. It's off the right side of the rim, no good. And Stockton another rebound with 2:20 to play here in the ball game.
Yeah, I think probably I see Coach Metz down there kind of checking Carson Palmer in. Maybe he's going to give these seniors a chance to
probably bring them off the floor together here later.
That would be my guess.
Hart with the ball up on top. Linkmeyer's on him. Kick to Webb here, right in front of their bench. Under 2 minutes to play in this ball game. Nice behind the back pass. Hart in front of the rim, puts it in.
Yeah, looks like Coach Hart's going to empty not empty his bench. He's going to sub in also. So he called a quick 30-second timeout. We'll leave it right here. So 58-30. Well, Jeff, we knew this was going to be a real challenge for our Chargers, and I'll be honest with you. I was going to be shocked if we played in single digits of them, but I'm also a little surprised that it's quite as lopsided as it is. We've kind of lost our composure, and when you have to play from behind like that, it makes you do some things that you probably don't need to do.
Well, I was pretty encouraged at halftime. We dug ourselves a pretty good deficit there in the first quarter. Not that bad, but it just seems like we didn't play well. And we only down 6 at halftime, and then the third quarter they just come out and exploded on us as Spears hits a Heritage Automotive 3. And that third quarter really, really hurt us bad. So Spears hits that three, 33-58, Chargers down. We're a minute and a half to play. They check number 3 into the ball game. They get it to Hart. And he's working the ball out there. Messer's on him. Finally, Messer gets him to quit his dribble. We tip it. Muckerhide tries to save it in. Of course, saves it to a minor. Webb gets it. Muckerhide fouls him.
Actually, Muckerhide and Spears both fouled him. I think Muckerhide was closer to the official, so he's probably going to get the call. We have a minute 10 left in here in our ball game. Like Coach Metz getting ready to make a wholesale substitution here with all of our starters coming. At least 4 of them.
Webb hits that. Probably leave Muckerhide in.
Yep.
Coach Metz gets the seniors off the floor together, so.
Yeah, looks like we got Reed Messer still out there.
Yeah.
And Coach Hart makes a substitution for his son as well, so.
He gets to live to play another day. Our
yes,
seniors
he does.
don't.
Nope.
So Coach Metz actually did take all of his starters out. Caden has come out of the game as well.
Yep.
Youngman's going to bring it up. Mauer's checked into the game. Hancock, he's got it here.
Just a regular 2-3 zone here by the Miners now.
Hancock has it. Cooper Palmer's in the game. Brady Mauer. Only Reed Messer yet. Hancock has it. Gets to Messer over on the left wing. He tries baseline. It gets shut off. We're down to 48 seconds to play in this ball game. Just looking for a final score here. Youngman puts up a long 3. Off the front iron, no good. Messer gets the rebound, fakes a pass. He's going to try a 3. He comes up short, and it goes out of bounds. That may have been Reed Messer's last shot of the basketball game as Jack Caney checks in for him.
Yep. Looks like he's going to come out now.
.36.5 seconds to play in this ball game. Chargers are going to get beat tonight. Right now they're down 27. Linton Stockton's got all their subs in, as do the Chargers. Linton Stockton with the ball in the front court. They bounce it around a few kids, and number 4 knocks it in for them, Fields. You get Youngman. He finds a teammate, Caney. Back to Youngman. He's going to try a 3 again. It's long, no good. Mauer gets his hands on it but can't come up with it. We got some Chargers on the floor. Youngman kicks it out to Cooper Palmer. Cooper, he's going to try one just inside the arc. It's no good. And Linton Stockton pulls down that rebound with 4 seconds left. So that's going to be your ball game here at Huntington Gym. Chargers go down in the regional 33-62 Linton Stockton Miners.
Well, Jeff, Linton Stockton actually proved to us today why they're number 1 or 2 or whatever they are in 2A. And I'm sure them and Brownstown will have a great contest when they meet next week, whenever that might be. But, our Chargers have had a great season, and I'm sure there would be lots of other teams that would have traded places with us to have the opportunity to play today. Yep. We'll take some commercial breaks and be back. Maybe Coach Metz will come up and join us here for a second. We can kind of wrap things up. But Charger basketball here on WTRE.
Hello, this is Ty Fleetwood, sales manager at Fleetwood Chevrolet Buick, located at 950 North Michigan, Greensburg, Indiana. I want to invite you to visit us at Fleetwood Chevrolet Buick. We are here to help you with all your new or pre-owned purchases, as well as all your service and parts needs. We have Greensburg's only drive-in service lane and home of the free oil changes for life with the purchase of a new vehicle. That's right, it's free with Fleetwood. Stop in, from sales to service to parts, to see what's new and give us an opportunity to earn your business. As always, thank you for shopping at Fleetwood Chevrolet Buick, 950 North Michigan, Greensburg, Indiana.
Sports on WTRE being brought to you in part by Fleetwood Chevrolet and Decatur County REMC.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. At Batesville Chrysler, we've been putting families into reliable cars since 1984. And when it comes to buying a dependable car, who you buy from really does matter. So visit us at Batesville Chrysler. We'll be there for you before and after the sale. We work hard every day to prove that you can buy a car anywhere, but at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is the difference.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
Sports on WTRE, brought to you in part by Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in downtown Greensburg and Decatur County Recycling. Do you have questions about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Welcome back to Huntingburg Gym, where our Chargers came out on the very short end of a 62-33 score. Congratulations to the Linton Miners. They'll be moving on to next week's Southern Indiana Semi-State, wherever that might be. If I were a guessing guy, Jeff, I would bet the 2A Semi-State will either probably be Seymour or Newcastle. Whatever it might be, I just hope that the IHSA, in their infinite wisdom, and I know there's no one out there from the IHSA listening to this or even gives a rat's behind about this, but I hope that they get something figured out at some point so that schools don't have to travel 3 hours to a regional game.
Yes, I agree.
That's asinine. I mean, it's not rocket science work. But again, you and I both know what it's about. It's about money.
Yes.
And that's what the IHSA has turned into. Unfortunately, they've turned into the little NCAA. And I hate to say that, and that had nothing to do with this game or the outcome of this game or anything. And congratulations to Linton High School, Scott Buning, Southridge High School for their great job of hosting this. But there's no way that Greensburg High School should have to travel to Washington, Indiana when they have a 5,000-seat gym in their own school, or that we should have to travel 3+ hours to a nice facility like this to play a game at 7 o'clock on a Saturday night.
Why so late? Why can't they have a 1 o'clock game and a 4 o'clock game? Coach Metz has joined us here, so it'll be interesting to see what he has to say about this, Gary.
Yeah, we're just, Coach, I know it's tough for you, and you don't have anything, our players don't have anything to hang their head about. It's been a great season this year. Unfortunately, you played against a team today. There's a reason why they're ranked number 1 or 2 or whatever they are.
There's no doubt about it. And that's a tough locker room. I just left, and I told them the exact same thing. Did we hurt ourselves a little bit with some offensive rebounding trouble for them, or our defensive rebounding, I guess, and turning the ball over a little bit too much? Yeah, but they had a heck of a lot to do with that. More so than, maybe us shooting ourselves in the foot. That's a dang good basketball team.
Oh, just a great team, and I know it's no consolation, Coach, but they played a heck of a lot better today than the day I saw them too. So I didn't help you much on the scouting report or whatever. But I think you had seen them enough on film, but you knew what kind of issues we were going to have with that 1-3-1 zone.
Oh, 100%. And it goes back to a lot of the defenses that we've seen this year that are unique. I think of Batesville's 2-3. I think of Eastern Hancock's 2-3. As much as we want to try to simulate it in practice, it's impossible.
Yeah.
They drill it a certain way. Their guys have certain rules. Can we go against 1-3-1 against our scout team? Sure, but it is not the same. And they do a great job with it. And it doesn't hurt that when they've got 6'5", 6'4", 6'3", on the top of that.
Yeah.
But we gave up a few transition buckets. But at the end of the day, I know that a lot of what they do is in transition offensively. And I thought we did at least, not that we're going to hang our hat and find silver linings, but we did not give them as many transition points as what probably I would say they're accustomed to.
Right. Well, like I said, you, the coaching staff, our players have nothing to I told Jeff before we took commercial break there, I'm sure there are many, many schools that would love to have been sitting in our shoes today.
Oh, 100%. What are there, 64 teams? Well, there's less now, but before the day started, there were 64 teams left in the entire state.
Yeah.
You're always fortunate to be able to play one more. Obviously, all the guys that got knocked out today are going to tell you we'd love to still be, preparing for a semi-state matchup next week, but I know how bad the seniors wanted it. Unfortunately, we didn't walk away at punching our own ticket, but I can't fault effort. I thought we came out and played hard. We just got bested.
Well, and again, you kind of hit the nail on the head there. It's been a great season, a great 2 or 3 years here, really. But you might mention real quick or just talk about our senior kids and how much you appreciated them.
And it's I go back and I think about them. I haven't in the last 4 years had a team without them. I had him as freshman when I was JV coach, and it's always been, well, I'll have him next year. Well, now I don't. But, Lance Nobby, Carson Palmer, Reed Messer, Connor Linkmeyer, and Blake Spears have done so much, not just for the program, but for me.
It's, and again, you've got a good core of kids. You've got a good program right now. We're going to be okay next year. And, you've got kids coming back with Caden with his experience, and Chase got some valuable experience at the varsity level this year. So it's not like the well's empty either.
No, and this experience this entire week, sectional prep has been great for Caden coming back. Chase is going to have a huge role next year. Brady, Cooper, I go down the list with some of those sophomores from a really successful JV season. They're going to have big roles and big shoes to fill. But I am looking forward to the future. I want to get through today, but I think the future is bright. I think we've got some talent to replenish and make another run again at this next year.
Well, just before you walked up, Coach, I was venting a little bit, as you might guess.
Guess who caught the brunt of it?
I was just telling Jeff, I said, I know there's no one out there from the IHSA even listening or gives a rat's behind what I say or whatever, but this is – and it had nothing to do, and best of luck to Linton.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with the outcome of this game, but this is asinine for us to travel 3 hours to play a basketball game on a 7 o'clock start on a Saturday night. The IHSA has one thing in mind with this whole new setup, and it's the almighty dollar. You just said it exactly right. They have turned into the junior NCAA, as much as I hate to say that. And that hasn't I know I'm frustrated by that because over the years the IHSA has done things that's best for kids.
Sure.
This is not best for kids.
It's not. There's a couple things, and they have to be better from the timing standpoint. I think of what's a simple solution. You can go ahead and match us up regionally, but why don't you see who's got the farthest travel distance and then decide what your game times are going to be? When it used to be the old format where we were coming to Southridge and we were playing 2 games, okay, fair enough, but we traveled all the way over here for one dang game. Are we glad to still be playing? Sure. But now we got to turn around disappointed, upset, and we're going to travel 2 hours and 45 minutes and looking at getting back after midnight. And for teenagers going into spring, I don't care if it's a Saturday or not, it has to be better. It has to be better.
Well, and you throw in the fact that you had to come over yesterday to get a practice time in, spend the night, you sit around all day. It's just – and again, I'm not sure what the whole reasoning was for this, and I'm not sure. But it's frustrating, it's disappointing, and we weren't the only one. I know Greensburg didn't have to travel quite as far as us. They had to travel to Washington today, but fortunately for them, they got to play a 4 o'clock game at least.
And I will give Southridge, and I gotta give a shout out to Scott Buning. They have been a dream come true from a host site. As far as how they've ran things, anything that I've needed, I've got, no questions asked. Maybe Scott being an Indy grad may have a little bit to do with it, but I got to give him a shout out and his crew here because I thought this was as well ran as I know we haven't been here every single year going to a regional and punching our ticket, but from a having things structured and organized, I'd put it up there as probably the best regional in the state.
Yeah, no, I would agree with you. Scott stopped by here just before the game tipped off today or whatever and said hi or whatever, but I know he's been a busy guy along with the rest of his staff, and this is not an easy thing to just let happen. You
Right.
know, there's some planning, and I know they've done this year after year, and they've kind of got it down to a science. But congratulations to them for a great job. Well, I won't harp anymore on the IHSA. You know, but the thing about it is I'm retired, and they can't fire me or anything now. Now the WTRE may fire me, but nonetheless. But Coach, great season. You know, this group of young men accomplished a lot of things, a lot of firsts this year, and I know there's only one team in each class that gets to say they won their last game, and you know, unfortunately, the road stops at some point, and it's unfortunate, you know, with the luck of the draw that, and maybe we wouldn't have done any better. I don't know, but it's unfortunate that we didn't draw Forest Park instead of Linton or Brownstown.
we'll call it the North Decatur luck. I mean, of course, we're going to draw the number one best team in 2A.
Yeah.
And you know, if we follow this team, I mean, I'm probably going to catch a semi-state game next week because I'm a basketball junkie. But Linton Stockton goes all the way and wins the whole dang thing. You know, not that you want to look back and say, well, they beat us to go on to win the 2A state championship, but maybe that'll lessen the salt in the wound a little bit.
Well, and I thought going back to the game just a little bit, you know, we're not the kind of team against somebody like that can get down, you know, 10, 12, 14 points. So I knew once we got down to double figures there in the middle of that third quarter, it was going to be a tough climb. And when you try to do that, then you're trying to rush things. You're trying to take shots maybe that you don't normally need to take. And you and I talked about it, and I mentioned before that we needed this game to be in the 40s to have a chance to win.
We did. And you know, going into halftime, 16-22,
Yes.
it's exactly where we wanted it to be. Would we rather been on top? Sure. But knowing that this game was in the 40s where we wanted it to be, we were on pace for that. I thought we had to hit some of our open shots that maybe we threw up there a little quick, maybe because we were trying to get shots off against their length. But you're right. I mean, I knew that this game coming in would have to play out that way. Final score, kind of lopsided from that standpoint, but I think we were on pace for that. We just kind of fell off, and I thought their strength really hurt us in the second half. And, you know, it helps. It helps.
They got so many deflections and steals with that.
Did you track kickballs?
I did not, but I told Jeff that Walter's kid must have had a half a dozen kickballs on top of the zone there or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's what makes that zone success. And not only him, but he's a big key for making that zone successful.
You're right. You're exactly right.
Well, Coach, I know you got a long trip. You got guys down in the locker room you're probably going to need to chat with a little bit and get on a couple minibuses and head back to that little short trip back to Decatur County. But appreciate you joining us all year long. And like I said, you can be proud of the kind of year you've had, and all those kids can too. And I know the North Decatur contingent, along with Jeff and I and Michelle, that had been fortunate enough to do all these games, have really been a joy to watch them play.
And we're so appreciative of you guys promoting them. I know for some of the folks that maybe can't make the 3-hour drive over here that are tuned in listening, I'm sure they're very appreciative to be able to follow along. Like you said, it's been a great year. So proud of the kids, and unfortunate to end how it ends, but it's got to end for somebody, and unfortunately it's us tonight.
Yep. Well, again, congratulations, Coach, and have a safe trip home.
Thanks, guys. You too.
All right.
Thanks. Well, Gary, real quick, Linton Stockton, 5 kids scored the ball. Hart had 29. Oliver had 16. Webb, 11. Fields comes off the bench, gets 2 for them late. Shot 12 of 17 from the foul line for the game. Hit 6 3-pointers in the second half, 8 total for the game. Our Chargers led in scoring tonight. Lance Nobby had 17 points and 8 in the first half, and there for a while it didn't look like we was going to have a Charger in double digits, but Lance done a good job of getting there. Next we had Blake Spears had 6 points, 2 Heritage Automotive threes. Connor Linkmeyer had 5 points. He had a Heritage Automotive 3. Muckerhide has just 2 points for us tonight. Carson Palmer hits 1 and 2 free throws. Reed Messer hits 2 free throws to give us our 33 points. We were 6 of 8 from the foul line in the game. We hit 3 3-pointers the entire game to their 8.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they really have a nice team, Jeff. And once they kind of got us on our heels, it was Katie bar the door.
And yeah, I mean their length, their strength.
Yes.
Just once they got us down, I'd say 15 or so, it was pretty much over at that point.
Right. Jeff, let me read our sponsors that have been with us all year real quick. We really, really appreciate them sponsoring Charger basketball here for everyone out there the entire year. Fleetwood Chevrolet Buick, Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Decatur County Recycling, Walters Tire, Acre Automotive Group, Buy Right Auto, Gill & Howe Funeral Home, Open Box Outlet, Levenstein's Abbey Carpet, Morning Breeze, Hamilton Tebby Law Office, Decatur County REMC. Our quarter sponsors were H&R Block, Decatur County Memorial Hospital, Fry's A&W, and Napoleon State Bank. Ameriprise Financial was our free throw sponsor, and Heritage Automotive was our three-point sponsor. Again, hats off to all those sponsors for allowing us to bring all the games all year to everyone out there. Well,
yeah,
Jeff,
hey, thanks to WTRE also.
Exactly.
They got a lot of money and time invested in this too. I know Emily does a lot of work with this Twitter, now YouTube, and everything we've done. So we can't say enough about WTRE and what they've done for their local high school sports.
And I forgot to mention Stone's Farm Service too for doing our halftime show. So again, thank you to all of them. And again, WTRE and Jeff's the same way. Thanks for letting us kind of hang out. And Michelle, I don't thank her enough during the season or whatever. She's kind of the behind-the-scenes person that takes care of our camera and, of course, our laptop now. But we appreciate her being here and helping us out, too. And sometimes Jeff and I would be lost if it weren't for Michelle here taking care of the technology things.
She's definitely the brains of this operation.
Exactly right.
She's like at it all the time for me, Gary.
Yes, I'm sure. And I wasn't going to argue a bit with you on that.
I noticed that. Gary, thank you. I enjoyed working with you again this year. It's a lot of fun. Your knowledge of basketball is sometimes it amazes me.
Yeah, well,
you can take that however you want.
I was getting ready to say, Jeff, a lot of people have accused me of a lot of things, but it's many times not the knowledge of basketball. Well, thanks to everyone out there that had the opportunity to tune in and listen to us, and hopefully we'll see how things go. But maybe Jeff and I will be back to help you do it again next year along with Michelle.
Sounds good. Thank you, Gary.
All right. Thanks.